Go fast.
All right, it has started.
Woo.
All right, we're here. We're back to doing stuff. There's a fight still going on.
And
This
what is
this
an
fight that has gone for a month.
incredibly good omen, I guess. Fantasy Grounds just crashed off.
Wonderful.
Oh no.
As soon as I said I'm good.
I didn't do anything to it yet, so I don't know what that's about.
I don't know either. I think my computer's just like, oh my god, are we fighting the butcher again?
It's like, guys, it's
It's
been a
not
month. What are you
over.
doing? We've had everything from a session ending early because sound wasn't working to my computer just deciding it doesn't want to be on for half an hour. Like,
Yeah.
I would like to get through this session. I promise I didn't expect this fight to take this long, but we're here. We are back. Things that happened last time. Shortly after the butcher and his servant escaped, the group had a little powwow where some people got to take some short rests. Jonas called back to lore base, found out where they were going. After everyone rested up, you teleported over to the area that was designated where you found a cave entrance to an underground location. There was a wall of force blocking it. You got rid of the wall of force and went inside. You found this underground, kind of precarious scaffold environment. It was very dark. Also, there was a fog everywhere that made it hard to see the ground, but you heard crunching when you walk. You got in here, you found even more fog covering all the walls and the surfaces. Um, this weird foggy misty stuff. As you started to descend, you eventually found the butcher's berserker servant, who you've identified as Achilles, and you pretty much just jumped out and ambushed. And in the process, the environment around you started to get slick. That fog passing over the surface under your feet seemed to make it very slick and precarious to move on, as there's obviously a bit of a drop from here. Also, the butcher appeared out of the fog on the wall to horribly attack Aidin and then disappear back into the fog. Aidin took a whole lot of damage. The butcher servant has taken a lot of damage. Annis is a bird. Good times.
Caca.
Mishka
And,
took some damage.
huh?
Mishka took some damage too.
Yeah, Mishka also took some damage. Like some damage is occurring here. At present, for ongoing effects, Aidin is still flying because while he took a gratuitous amount of damage, a timely spell kept him up, and so he continues to fly with 1 HP. um, Mishka took a bit of damage from the Berserker Servant. The Berserker Servant has retreated up to that corner. The Butcher was previously nearby, but disappeared back into the mist after taking shots at Aidin. Um, some people are connected on TeamSpeak. Some people are connected via emboldening bonds. Um, Lots of effects are at play. The room is no longer dark because Morgan put a light source floating out in the middle of it. And I think that covers most of the highlights. I'm sure there are some details that I'm forgetting, but you get the idea. We're here, we're fighting, we're hoping to finish this fight tonight. So, hooray, we're caught up. Everybody, did I miss anything that anyone cares about?
Nope. Don't think so.
I think it covers it, yeah.
All right. In that case, resuming combat. And this incredibly long combat tracker with so many characters. It is Jonas's turn, and he's casting a spell, and you can't immediately see what it does. And now his turn is over.
Woo.
NPCs are fun.
Penelope will go as soon as Fantasy Grounds catches up,
That is understandable.
because I know she was after Johnny.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And I know Diana is after Penelope.
Woo.
yeah. Are any of you? Let's see. Based on locations, you can have Anon can roll Arcana. See if he figures out what Jonas is doing, because he's actually in a position to
Ooh.
see.
I would love to do that. Eh. What you do? Motherfucker. It rolled outside, but it was 13 plus 10, so it's 23.
That's enough. That's fine. Yeah, he's casting a spell.
What you doing, Jonas?
Uh-huh. Yep, let me get the name of the spell for you. Scroll, because sheets are long. Yeah, so what he cast was a 5th level conjuration spell called Far Step. It allows the user to, for 1 minute, every time they want to, over the course of that minute, they can use a bonus action to teleport 60 feet. So he's pretty much got Misty Step on tap for a minute. That's what he was
Misty
using in the last
Step
fight.
on crack. Like that's double the amount. That is
It eats
ooh.
your concentration and it only lasts a minute. But yeah, you get bonus action teleporting for 10
That's
turns.
nice. Yeah.
That's what teleportation
That's
specialists
nice.
do. I like it as a
Yeah.
spell. Like, it's
That's a
hard to make
very
good
nice
use of, but
spell.
it's great for NPCs. You just have to know your combat might actually last long enough for it to be better than just using Misty Step.
There we go. Okay. Finally got
Welcome.
it.
Hooray.
Yay.
All right. Let's see. Okay, so the last spot we saw the butcher in was down there where Archer, or not Archer.
Near Berserker.
Yeah, Berserker is.
Yep.
I don't know why I said Archer, but you know what I mean.
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool.
Down there somewhere in that misty fog.
All right, let me take a look at something really quick. And hmm. Okay. Well, since she doesn't know where precisely the butcher is, she's gonna throw a fragmentation grenade.
Respect. Respect. Which square would you like to throw it at?
Directly at Achilles.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
That is a crit kaboom.
Kaboom, kaboom, baby.
All right, let me see what the radius of that is. Because I do not have that
That is
memorized.
oh my god.
I mean, yeah, it's a fragmentation grenade that
Oh,
critted.
beautiful.
All right, let
It
me
says
see
that
the.
she took no damage. That's
Uh,
weird.
Did it reset her?
looking. Let's see. It says. Okay, type piercing critical. She doesn't. Oh, because she's a servant. So
What do you mean?
It's not servant
non-magical,
damage. Oh.
non-fate damage doesn't hurt them.
Well, fuck. Um,
It was
can we
maybe the butcher's
pretend
no
that I
problem.
threw that at in the direction that I last saw the butcher instead?
Where would you like to say? Like, specify a square and I'll roll to see if he's affected. Because you would know that. I'd forgotten
Okay.
that. Because, like, it's actually not a magical grenade, it's just a grenade.
I want
All
to
right.
say it's been a week, but I want to say it was. Okay, come on, ping mode. What the fuck? Why are you not pinging?
All right. Let me see what the radius is. Within 20 feet.
I'm attempting.
No, you're good.
You're good.
Like, I want to say, oh, this is not even showing up. But, like, in that area, if you can see that?
Yeah, I can see that.
No.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
It's black, but I can see it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I see.
All right, I'm gonna make him roll a save because he's definitely within 20 feet of that. So, do 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 do. Because yeah, like throw a grenade at a point. Must make a saving throw. So it's not even an attack roll, but it is cool that you did a crit. Um,
It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
let's make him
Fuck
roll a
up the cave.
Okay, so he halves it, but I'm gonna let you keep the crit damage, so it's gonna come out to 18 damage.
Okay.
Ow!
Hooray.
I mean, it hurts.
And then,
Somewhere in the mist, you hear, motherfucker.
all right. And then I'm gonna do one more thing as a bonus action. Gonna throw a quick healing word on Aidin.
Hooray!
7 hit points, baby.
That's a big number.
It's more than 0.
I mean, it's the
I
biggest you're getting out of a
appreciate
healing
you.
word.
It's like,
It's
oh,
beautiful.
apparently I'm drawing now. I'm sorry. I'm not meaning to draw on Aidin.
No, he'll take it. He
Take the
appreciates
Jigglypuff
it.
marks.
Facts.
Okay.
He's like, I healed you, but now I'm drawing on your face.
It's the only mustache he'll ever grow.
Oh,
I mean, he might get a dwarf belt or something.
Oh God.
full of grog.
It's Diana's
Okay.
turn because your characters roll the same initiative.
They did.
That's why he didn't get to do anything last week.
Nope. Okay. All right. Diana time. Okay, Diana, what are you gonna do? Oh my God. This window sucks. Okay. So you said that is the whole pathway covered in the slick grossness, or is it just
Every bit of scaffolding is covered in the slick grossness. So if you try to move 5 feet or more, you will be making a save to see if you slip and fall off.
wait, Diana's got fly on. Never mind.
In which case, you can ignore that.
Cool. Um, in that case, he's gonna fly this way.
Okay. Are you maintaining your height?
Yep.
Okay. Then I'm gonna arbitrarily put a height on you just so we know you're not on that level. So Diana always changes sizes.
She does what she wants.
There you go. You're 15 feet over that.
Cool, cool. Um,
Actually, it's not that steep. You are 10 feet over that. There you go.
all right, I'm gonna read the wording on something really quick. Okay, so when the butcher got hit, did we confirm his location, or at least get
You
a
did not because it was a 20-foot radius.
gotcha?
So you kind of know he's within 20 feet of where you threw it, but you don't know if it's up, down, left, or right.
Gotcha. Then that won't work. Look.
Also, anything that says that you can see will not work.
And just for further clarification, we did determine that banishing does not work on servants, right?
We did not determine that. It will
Okay.
not send them to the Holy Grail or the Throne of Heroes or anything, but it can still like suppress them for a little while.
Very hard to do.
It's not easy, but it can be done.
Dang it. Okay. That's also not gonna work for what I want to do. Okay. Then in that case, she's going to use. Okay, I'm gonna see if this has the correct distance, and if it is the correct distance, I'll use it. If not, I will do something else. I'm gonna. Oh, good. Okay. Um.
Like there's a height difference, but I don't imagine it's going to be the pickiest thing.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Okay, cool. Let's give this a shot. Oh, dang it. No.
Yeah, she passed.
Oh. Oh. Um, a bonus action cry in a corner.
That is a free action.
Free action cry in a corner.
Yeah.
um,
So you cast Shatter.
yeah, I tried to cast Shatter.
Okay. If I recall correctly, Shatter does damage to objects, doesn't it?
Uh, I believe so. Let me double check. It says each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a Constitution saving throw. Da da da. Um, a non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes the damage if it is in the spell's area.
Okay. So
So, short answer, yes.
yeah. So what that means is that like she's fine, but the so 10-foot radius.
Yeah,
Let's see if I can ever draw this correctly.
would be a
This space right here.
yeah.
Okay, so all of the mist covered scaffolding in that space crumbles
Mm-hmm.
away and falls to
Oh,
the
good.
ground, which does mean she now has to make a save to see if she falls,
Okay.
because she does not fly, unlike all of you. So let's give you that roll. Yeah, so she hops over to here. But
Dang
all
it.
of I'm leaving the circle on because that is now damaged. You cannot walk on it. It is not there. Similar to that little cone that we have at the bottom near Birdanis. Like parts of this are breaking and falling apart.
Gotcha.
You're breaking his
Okay.
house.
I'm in his house breaking his things.
You are not kind to his belongings.
Well, that's what he gets for being a butthole.
Fair. Okay, so Derek does not have flying, but because of all of this mist, he can't walk on the walls, and he's got to decide if he wants to shadow teleport close to this thing, and if he does so, how effective can he be? But he's Derek, and Annis is all the way down there, so yeah, Derek is going to find a shadow. Since the light source is in the middle of the room, that's a little hard, but he's going to kind of duck behind Johnny for a second, disappear into her shadow, and then reappear over here in the servant's shadow. And he's got that chain. And he's going to take that chain, and he is going to try to wrap that around the servant. So let's see how that works. First, the attack. Ouch, advantage, and he still doesn't break AC. And the second attack, because he's trying really hard. That one does. So first things first, do a little damage. Okay, so Derek appears from behind her with that chain and uh, swings it in such a manner that it wraps around her arm, and you can see her flinch. It seems like she is taking damage from this chain, this weird special chain. And now he's going to try, having done that, see if he can hold her in place, which will be difficult for him as he is not a strength character, but he's going to try. So, contested checks. Derek versus Berserker. Clearly what everyone was expecting today. Respectable start for Derek.
I believe in you, Derek.
It would be brag-worthy.
Be so proud. That's my bro.
I don't think he's going to get this, but he's going to try. Ah, she almost rolled a 3. Okay, unfortunately he can't hold her there, but she definitely is angry at him. And he looks at her and he goes, "What, I thought it'd look good on you." And now it's Saber's turn. And Saber's like, "Oh, that's a good idea. I'm going to try that too." And so, being Saber, he's going to appear, first of all, because he wasn't actually manifest before. Um, so, he's going to appear up here next to Jonas, and he's going to jump just straight up out here. He's jumping down. And as he's going down, he's throwing that chain of his, that hook, at Berserker. And as he's falling, he's like, "Let's go fishing." Why did you roll the attack roll twice? Doesn't really matter, just kind of confused. Boop. Got it. So that hurts. All right. And more importantly, contested rolls. Okay, so Saber jumps down, tosses the hook over at Berserker. The hook stabs into Berserker, and then Saber keeps going down. And for a second there, it looks like Berserker's going to lose her place on this slick platform, but she in turn manages to reach over and just punches into the wall and grips it. And the hook comes loose, leaving um, Saber to finish falling all the way down here, but unfortunately just by himself. A noble effort. It's very hard to win an athletics fight with a Berserker. But now he's down there, way at the bottom. And a big cloud of poof goes up around him as the mist separates in his immediate vicinity. Okay. And now that he's down there, he's gonna tug his chain back, and he's gonna, or his chain. I keep saying his chain because that's what Derek's using. He has a hook. He's gonna throw his hook back up there. Try that again. Because he is going fishing today. All right, that is a crit fish. All right. How much do you crit for? Yeah. Just set those down because that's wrong. Please don't roll them. Thank you. All right. Okay, and that's like another 30 damage. Definitely looks painful for old Achilles, and he's going to try to tug again. He knows this seems to be his thing. All right. I should just leave her sheet up. This is going to probably keep happening. All right. She stands her ground again, and that's the extent that he is throwing his hook this turn. So, all in all, violence was done. Hey, look, Aidin gets a turn. Aidin, you
Oh
have 8
boy.
HP.
I know. So I have to do this in a very specific order. I need to move. Oh, hello, baby. Hold on. Sorry, I've got child. Come here. I need to move. Do. Flying down this way towards a homie.
Okay. You can do
And
that.
I'm gonna, get low enough that if he wants to hop on my back for some movement later, I got him covered.
And who would
But
that be?
first, Mishka.
Mishka
'Cause I can
cannot ride
carry it.
you.
God damn it, I can carry large.
You cannot carry other medium-sized creatures.
No,
It's specifically spelled out in how centaurs work.
I hate it.
But what if he picks him up bridal style?
It would be very
Yeah.
funny. You still can't do that.
No. I tried. I tried.
You have to
All
make him
right.
small, or you have to
However,
make you big.
I'm going to use my Beacon of Hope as my main action. And I'm gonna target myself, Mishka, choose any number. Okay, any number. So literally, Aidin, Mishka, Freddy, Anis. How far away are you? Oh no, you're just out of reach. Saber, why not? All of them, for as long as this is going, will have advantage on wisdom saving throws, death saving throws, and then they're going to regain the number of maximum hit points from any healing.
Okay.
So doing that, I'm going to bonus action chug the fucking superior potion.
Okay.
You get 40 HP back.
All right. I'm going to put Beacon of Hope effects on a bunch of you so that we keep in because they don't have to stay close to
I'm
you for
going
that
to
to
tell you
work.
now,
Yeah.
I'm probably only going to have it for this one round. It is not worth it.
Oh, fair enough then. We'll just say
Yeah.
everyone who's within 30 feet of you that is not an enemy will benefit from that if it comes up.
Yup.
Fair.
All right. So I gotta take 40 off of there. So that put me at 39. Oh, much better.
Chug chug.
Chug chug indeed. And then I've got 10 movement left. So I'll get up right here. And Aidin's gonna message to Bjorn to kind of pass around, like, if anyone sees the butcher, I need him to be held down. Like, if anyone has like a whole person, if anyone just wants to grapple him, like, I need to be able to make contact with him. And so Bjorn will pass that around, and he'll kind of give that idea to Saber too. He just kind of looks over, he's like, you see him and you pull him, I need to make contact. And that's
Fair
Aiden's
enough.
turn.
I
Yeah.
like your style. Hands on. Excellent. Wonderful.
Yeah.
I will do what I can to go fishing for bastards.
Yes. Yeah. I just 2 thumbs up. Highly appreciated. That's his turn. All right.
Don't you like how
Yeah.
all of the players' characters seem to clutch together in this initiative?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Bjorn will. Oh boy. Was it a? That's a fighter one. Okay. Oh, I've got plenty in the pool. All right, just because of this stupid fog, uh, not dealing with that. So I'm gonna do this. So my boy Derek. Oh, that's not the quite right angling to help him get advantage. Well,
Oh, you're
no,
trying
she
to do
gets advantage
flanking or something?
anyways. Yeah, and I was like, wait a minute, he's already got advantage.
Yeah.
Fine. Then I will have him go. Honestly, probably a good midway point, like right about here.
Okay. How is he getting there?
He is leaping across with that flyby ability.
Okay. So he's essentially hopping.
He's taking air. He's taking a big hop.
Okay. So you take a big hop there. And
And that
I
is, I
am
think, a
going
bonus
to
action.
roll to see if it can support your weight.
Oh no. If that was look.
It held out. You're fine.
Oh, okay.
But you felt it creak under you when you landed on it. You have a feeling that it probably is not a good idea to keep doing that.
Understand. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm gonna just manifest and throw some fucking daggers.
Sure.
Let me roll with advantage onto, and they're magical,
Hmm.
so hopefully that does something.
I mean, it means they're capable of doing damage.
Yeah. All right, let me do that. And then if everything hits on, they'll pop the point as always.
Well,
Extra attack. Let's try that again. Oh, oop. Would a 22 have hit? I mean, that's like 1 out of. I meant to.
you meant for that to be an attack. Let me
Yeah.
check.
It doesn't have advantage, so if I need to roll again, let me know. But if the 22
That
hits, I'm not
does
gonna.
not hit.
All right. Well, here's the other one that would have. See if it hits with the advantage. Oh, would a 25 hit?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Cool. He spends the point to do the extra the damage. So that's gonna be this onto her, and then this onto her.
Okay.
Cool. And then because that hit her, he's also gonna have where I'm going to force her. Actually, no, it's not worth it. She's a fucking berserker. She's gonna make. He just throws a dagger. He's
Blah.
And that's his turn.
All right.
We
We finished the first round of combat.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's Anand's turn. I will warn you with Anand, he does not have a line of attack on her from where he is right now.
That is okay. Is there a way for him, like, I know he's not on the field, but, like, is there a way for him to kinda get a sense of where the butcher is?
Um,
Because he's gonna shift focus for a moment.
Let me look at his abilities and we'll see.
Yeah.
Um, you're trying to narrow down like a square.
I'm trying to, yeah, to figure out where he's at and, like,
Let's see.
it's like, I will rip that man from the cave walls if I have to.
Um, because the butcher is not a servant, you cannot find him with clairvoyance the way you could a servant. Um, I don't think he has a way to find him.
Okay. This sucks ass. Well, I guess he'll just hold action if she comes into view. Or if the butcher comes into view. Oh, but I don't get a movement. That's the problem.
Yeah, you're kind of a victim of the walkway below obscuring view to the area under that.
Yeah. How far down would he need to go to get view?
If he went to the walkway below where he is near where Morgan is, that's about how close you'd have to get to be able to see Berserker.
Okay, so he can't go where like Jonas is.
No, like because that's sticking
Okay.
out a little bit, it's technically under. Like I guess he could try to like lean over and plank shoot or something, but considering he'd be laying down in that mist, he'd probably just slide off.
Yeah. It's just at every 5 fucking movement would be seeing if I go unless I try to make a jump.
Admittedly, if he moves in the direction of that platform, he'd probably just slide onto the platform. Like,
Oh, well then yeah. Like if I could do that,
like,
like right there,
well, he would have to slide. Okay, so you could slide
or like slide
like
down like this is
he
what you're
could slide
saying?
to the left towards the platform that Jonas is on, and he'd continue to slide like it's a slide. And then he'd have an opportunity when he hits the big circle to try to grab that thing that's sticking out and prevent himself from sliding further. And then from there, he could try to slide his way down towards where Morgan is. But again, you're pretty much playing slip and slide. All
I not quite following, but
right,
I'll
I will
do
draw a
it.
line for you.
I'll-
So because the surface is essentially slick, like he
yeah.
could go like here and just slide and then try to grab
I
like,
don't see where here is.
oh, I wish it didn't draw black arrows.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
It just
so
didn't appear. Okay, so
yeah,
slide
so
there.
he could slide that way and try to grab that to prevent himself from continuing to slide until he flips off. And I wouldn't make him make a check for that because like he's capable of grabbing that. That's no problem. And
Okay.
then from there he could try to
Slide. Okay, and
slide
then slide
like
towards.
this here, in which case you would be making the slide, you'd be making the save to see if he slips off the edge right at the middle of that. And if he doesn't, then he just sort of glides up till Morgan stops him. Or
Fuck it, why not? Let's
steps out
go.
of the way and it's really funny and he just goes flying off into oblivion. But
And he's doing a slide by. He's gonna fucking slide and shoot arrows as he goes down like a
like Legolas.
yeah.
Okay, so you're
Archers be gotten to archer.
all right. So you're gonna do the first slide.
Yup.
All right, so I'm gonna move you up and and grab.
Yup.
So that counts for part of it. I'm letting you pass that because you're a servant. Now give me a dexterity save, and we will find out if you successfully slide all the way to Morgan or if you fall off.
Dude.
That's enough. So you slide.
And I shoot.
All right, about here, like right at the end, she sees you coming, rolls her eyes, holds up her staff, and just sort of like braces against the wall to stop him. So we're gonna let Morgan roll for that, which will be funny. She's going to. It just determines how gracefully she does it. Um, she's up next in initiative anyway, so
I believe in her.
it's more fun. Penelope, can Morgan reroll a 1?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, 18, much better. All right, so yes, you like Archer slides down, gets to the little outcropping thing, holds out his arm, goes around it like it's a merry-go-round, continues the slide down the other stairs. As he's approaching Morgan at a faster than comfortable speed, she holds up her staff, braces herself against the back wall, and then seems to cast some kind of reversing spell that really just slows his descent until he stops right in front of her, which brings him in line to get a shot off at the Berserker Servant. You're only going to have time to get one shot off, though, because of all of the everything that you had to focus on to do this.
Oh,
So it's up to
that
you if you
kills
want to
me.
do the, -5 + 10 thing.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Worth it. Eh.
Oof.
I just fucking missed. Oh my god.
Still.
That is a 3 and a 4.
Ugh.
I feel Derek's pain.
Yeah, that is Derek's life.
Oh,
Gets
he still
advantage and
looked
rolls
cool.
under a 5.
Yeah. He still
But
looked fucking cool though. Well, he's with the party now.
yep, he is
That's
with the
my
group now.
turn.
All right. Morgan's turn. So last turn she put out a light for everybody to see. Now she's looking for what she can do that might be helpful here. Can she do that? Oh, that's so simple. Does it trivialize everything? Possibly. All right, just confirming daylight is not a concentration spell. So the light is still in effect. Morgan's going to go old school. She's casting Fairy Fire, which she has
Yes.
largely for flavor reasons, but she cast Fairy Fire over in the area where the fragmentation grenade went off. It is a 20-foot cube, and any creature in the area when the spell is cast is also outlined in light if it fails a dexterity saving throw. So we're going to make some dexterity saving throws. See what happens. All right, so first things first, the characters that we know were there. Dex save for Berserker. That is not going to pass. Berserker's glowing. That's funny. Dex save for Derek. Derek, make your dex save. Or don't. It's funny either way. Derek might have made it. Let's see. This is against her save. No, Derek does not make it even with a good roll. Her save is ridiculous. And finally, let's see if Mr. Motley Apex makes his save. He rolled a 1. All right, so Derek and Berserker begin to glow. A shimmering light. And the butcher will once again be on the map. Where'd your token go? Come on. Are you under someone? No, it disappear from my screen. Where'd you go? There he is. All right. So there he is. He's glowing now. As long as Morgan concentrates on that, any attack roll against the affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it and the affected creature or object cannot benefit from being invisible. Level 1 spell, everybody.
It's a great spell.
Fairy Fire is amazing. Like, it
One of my
competes for concentration, but in this case, it does what you want it
Worth
to.
it. Worth it.
So as long as she's concentrating, you know where he is. All right, well, that's her turn. Annisbird.
So I have a question.
Uh-huh.
We're down near the bottom of this entire situation. How far up is Berserker / the Butcher from where we are?
From where you are, about 20 feet higher than where you are.
Okay. And then a second question.
Yeah.
And I understand if the answer is no. Can Annis pick up Mishka with her claws and fly up, or is it a centaur situation?
The centaur situation is something that has actual rules that say you can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
because people assume you can ride horse creatures. But because they made
Right.
centaurs medium, you can't. You can attempt a strength or athletics check as a bird and see if you can carry
Hmm.
Mishka up.
Hmm.
Like flying him up will take like the
An
actual
action.
action though.
Hmm. Okay. Never mind. So Ennis with Freddy in tow,
Uh-huh.
gonna move up to where servant is.
Okay.
This way.
Whoosh.
That should let Freddy use his not prepared action, held action, right? Because he held an action to throw keys if we got near
If you
an
got in
enemy.
range. Yes, he did.
Oh, my movement didn't happen.
There you
Oh,
go.
there it
I
goes.
don't know why it stopped you, but I approved it. It just got stuck. So,
That's weird.
yeah. He's up there with you. All right, so you're flying right here?
Yep.
Okay, Freddy is on you. I'm just keeping his token out here so that I can click on it. But he's on you. He is going to throw keys at we said Berserker, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay. Chuck those keys.
Yeah, because well, hang on. No, yeah, I have a fly speed of 80, so I could make it to the butcher. Can I do that instead?
Sure.
Okay.
That
Gonna
is
come
your
over
call.
here. Yeah.
So, where are you flying? Let me move this. I hate how your token interacts differently from every other token because it's part of a plugin. I can't
Between
move
where
you more than 5 feet at a time. There we go.
weird. Oh, I wanted to be kind of between where Berserker and the butcher are.
Okay. So like there?
No, the other, like here. There we go.
Okay. So
That way
like
Derek can hop on if he needs to.
got it.
Make a quick escape. Being that he now has is had like advantage. So
Okay.
yeah. Annis would pause to let Freddy attack before she swooped in
Finishes
and
closing
attacked the
in.
butcher herself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll make him do his attack rolls first.
Okay.
And that he will try to do on the butcher. Throw them keys. All right. Range attack uses Dex. Cool. Oh wait, you have advantage to attack him because you can see him. Well, we'll see if that hits. I'll roll those individually first and then I'll turn on advantage. That one hits. Okay, he is going to definitely smite because he didn't get to use any spell slots last time. So that's what he's doing. Use some relatively big slots on this one because he hates this guy so much.
Go,
Blam!
Freddy, go!
All right, second key. Click advantage this time. Okay, both of those missed. He's rolled a 2 and an 8, but the first key hit and he got a smite off, so hooray. Violence. Okay, so yeah, as you're swooping up on the bird, Freddy pops out one hand firmly, like clutching to the bird, and the other one he just throws two keys out widely in a fan. The first one goes square on, and the second one smashes into the wall immediately next to him, and he gets a big flash of light when it comes into contact with the dead apostle. He is trained for this, and you can see it. All right, now you close the rest of the distance as a bird.
Yep. I'm gonna do my attack. I'm gonna think the first one is the peck attack.
Okay, that one's
It
missed.
misses. And the talons. Nope.
Oh,
Well, oh well.
you delivered violence and you
Wait,
delivered an evac route, and now firmly in a battle.
Was
Yep.
that with advantage? Because I only saw the one die.
I don't have an advantage on the butcher. Oh,
You
wait,
do.
no, I
He's
would.
glowing.
Yeah.
Let me apply the effect to him, because I
Okay.
didn't.
So, okay. So can we just say that my first roll was the 12 and 2, and then I will try my second roll?
Sure. If that's how you want to
Okay.
do that, that's fine.
I mean, if he'll let me reroll both, obviously I'll
No,
let
like
that.
it, like
No,
you
I
could
didn't think so.
handle however you wanted that, but let me see if there's already effect for this, or if I just need to program one in. Really, Fairy Fire is not programmed in automatically. Fine. ADV, ATK. All right. Grant ADV ADK. Is that already programmed in? There we go. Shove that on the butcher. Okay, now you should automatically have advantage when you hit him.
Yay, violence.
Roll them attacks. Oof.
But one of them hit.
Yeah, it did. Get him. Caw.
Cool. All right, so that was the talon
Talons.
attack.
Yeah. That hurts. He takes some damage.
A successful turn. I don't have any eagle bonus actions, so that's it.
Fair. You multi-attacked. You did it.
One free cacao.
All
Yeah.
Okay. Up
Okay,
next will be Johnny's turn.
I have something I want to do, but I have to decide if it is worth the 5th level spell slot.
That is up to you.
Oh, I know. Okay, I'm going to check something really quick before I make this choice. Okay, yeah, fuck it. We're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. One moment. Making it happen. I'm going to say that I'm doing this on the condition that it does not affect anyone around the butcher, just the butcher. If it does end up affecting anyone around the butcher, I'm
Is it
not
like
going to do
an
that.
area of effect?
It says one person
Okay.
or one creature, but we shall see. I don't think it should affect anybody else. Let me get the butcher in my sight. Okay.
Okay. He passed a save, but he's still going to get some fire.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh wait. That seemed weird. Why did it do half of that?
Because he passed his save.
Oh shit, I did. Oh wait.
Was it the wrong level?
Oh, I threw the wrong one.
Oh, the wrong spell?
Or no, so it has two different options of damage die,
Uh-huh.
and I think I think I'm supposed to throw the first one for the first attack, and that gets halved.
Let me see. All right. All right. Make a dexterity saving throw. Takes 8d6 on a failed save, or half as much on a successful. On a failed save, they also burn. Okay, so you chose the correct one. It's just because it was halved, only half the dice rolled. If he'd failed, he'd take all of that, and then each turn the other die roll would be what he takes each turn while he's
Okay,
still
because
under fire.
I think I was supposed to. So was I supposed to roll the 8d6 or the 4d6?
The 8, which you did.
No, I didn't. I rolled the
Oh, I
4.
see what you mean. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you were supposed to roll the 8. So roll another 4d6 at him,
Okay.
and then I'll do the math difference. I see what you mean now. Yeah, like it doesn't have the number of dice when he passes it. It just means you have the damage. So yeah, I
Gotcha.
got you.
Okay. 1 second.
And then I'll apply half of that. So 11. So she will take 5. He'll get back 6. So okay, fire's still bad.
Fire's still dead.
Yep, you hit him with the fire.
Pew pew. Okay, Mishka.
Well, so Mishka is probably going to lose his rage because he's going to use his turn fishing out the superior healing potion and then chugging
Sip,
it.
sip. Sip, sip. Get that 40 HP, baby.
Oh, that is true. It just does 40. So
Yeah.
I'll mark down that he has one less superior. Do I
If
even
you
need to
want to keep
roll?
your
Nope,
rage,
because
you
he
could
get
just eat
maxed.
the bottle.
Uh, wouldn't attacking, because I was like, I could just attack myself, but wouldn't that be the action? And then fishing out the superior and
Yeah.
taking
No,
it is.
it was a joke. Like
Oh, okay,
the idea that
okay.
you just decide you don't drink it, you just straight up eat the bottle, and then the glass hurts.
Oh my
God,
I could
god.
totally see Mishka doing
I could
that.
see Mishka doing that too.
100%.
Just like takes a bite out of it
Yeah.
like it's an apple.
No.
God.
So yeah, his rage is gone, but he has 40 more HP now. I guess I'll let you apply that unless you want me to
Now I can
roll
get
it
it.
just for some giggles.
All
He
right,
doesn't
so you
really have
gain
a
40
bonus
back.
left.
Boop. Nice.
I guess I'm gonna have him try and move, even though he's gonna oh wait. Do his boots? I think his boots just let him move silently. It doesn't have anything to do with
Yeah, I think they're just a self thing.
not like a terrain thing. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have him try and move.
Sure.
What is it that I have to throw every 5 feet?
A dex save.
A dex save? Okay, so he can move up to 40 feet. So I'm gonna have him try and climb up the staircase.
Okay.
But see here. 10. Yeah, so to there. But I'm going to have to make what, like a bunch of dex saves.
You have to make 6 dex saves.
At least one of them can have a bonus if you'd like. Oh my god. Oh no.
All right, so your modifier is +3.
Yep.
All right, so you make it 9. You make it 19. You make it 21. You fail that one. So you slide back down. You Popeye run back up, and then you slide back down, but you don't fall off.
A turn well spent, I guess.
Because you're trying to go up it, you're falling back down where you came from instead of off. So,
Yeah. Um,
okay, Belle's turn.
seeing that display from Mishka, Cersei is going to, let's see, she can fly up to 60 feet. Okay. So she's going to fly to here, but as she passes Mishka, she's going to reach out and give him a pat on the shoulder and cast fly on him.
Fair. Because she's not concentrating on anything right now, right?
No, because I don't think the meteor spell is actually concentration. Let me check though. Where are you?
I don't remember.
Nope. Oh, it is concentration. So throwing the meteors is a bonus action.
Uh-huh.
So can I have her just throw the remaining 3 meteors before she does any of
Yeah,
this?
totally.
Okay. I'm gonna have her. Hang on. I need to see how far away she is from certain. Okay, yeah, she is definitely within range. So she's gonna throw them at the butcher.
I would recommend throwing them to the right of the butcher.
To the right of the butcher.
Unless you just don't like Annis after all. This is your servant
Right.
rebellion. Casters are known to do that.
So do I? Okay. So do I hit the cast? Do I drag the cast over onto the butcher or just the
Um,
damage?
is it a dex save or is it an attack?
That's an excellent question. Each creature within 5 feet of the point where the meteor explodes must take a dex saving throw. Takes 2 to 6 fire damage on a failed save, or have as much when
Okay,
successful.
so drag the
So,
save just onto the butcher. We'll know that you're hitting to the right of him.
oh, 3 times. Or can I do it? Oh, it won't let me right click to do. So, it also just won't let me do that. That's weird.
All
Oh, there it goes. Okay,
right,
so
so
he failed
failed the
the
first
first
one.
one.
Your safety C is ridiculously high. Passed the second one.
Bitch.
Passed the third one.
But he
There's some
still
good rolls on his part.
takes. Okay, so he takes, hang on. So for the one that he failed, he takes the full damage.
It's going to go off of the most recent one for having, so we'll apply that to the third one, so that's fine. All right, now you can do it again, and it should apply the full damage one. Okay, and one more. And we'll just half it
Which,
ourselves.
yeah.
All right, so I'll half that. Honestly, of all the ones to half, I'm glad it was the smallest one.
So he took 20.
Uh, he took, let's see, 5 from the first one because it was applying it backwards. So that was a half, so 5. Then he took 8 full, which puts him at 13 damage. And then he took half of the 4, so that's another 2. So
Well, the first one was already halved. Did it? So was the full damage on that 10 and he took 5?
he, so yeah, like you can see the little number next to it. It says how much damage he actually took.
Okay, I didn't know if that dice roll was the full damage. Got it, got it.
Yeah, so he took the 5 plus the 8 plus half of the 4
2.
since that one didn't apply appropriately. So I gave him the 2 HP back. But
Okay. And
yeah, so
then
not
because I
not a
have a
bad bonus
thing,
action. Yep.
and because I have a thing that I keep forgetting to do, I get to roll a d6. If I
Mhm.
roll a 5 or a 6, I don't spend that spell slot. Wrong slide. Nope. Oh well. And then I don't. Well, hang on. She is Cersei, so she can do whatever she wants.
Yeah.
Just to be fun, I'm also gonna let her cast Vicious Mockery on the butcher.
Does she have the action for that? You used your
So she
bonus
can't.
to chuck the things, didn't you?
Oh, that's true. I did use my bonus. Never mind.
You
That
can
is
still
her
talk
turn.
shit.
That's true. It just doesn't do damage.
Yeah, talking shit is a free action.
It's always a free action to call you a bitch. Okay, so that's her turn.
Okay, so you I'm going to apply fly to Mishka, and the
I might be
concentration
able to
for
do that.
fly on Bell.
I might be able to do that myself if you want.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Hey, it
Nice.
worked.
Yay. Okay, so with the end of Bell's turn,
I'm gonna mute now.
we're going to layer action. So the layer is going to action. All right. See what it does. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. So Annis Bird, as you were swooping over the butcher and taloning at him, an eye pokes out of the wall next to you and stares at you.
Ah,
Good, you passed it. Uh, you felt yourself starting to get really woozy because as a bird you don't have special protection against sleep, but you shake it off.
she goes, "Ah," which the butcher can interpret to mean bitch.
Fair. He doesn't speak bird anymore. You took that away from him.
Haha.
All right, so
He
that was a
probably
layer action.
understood it.
All right, now it is Freddy's turn. Actually, no, it's not Freddy's turn because that would be skipping. It is Berserker's turn.
Yay.
So, fun thing to note is that this is the first opportunity in a bit that Berserkers had to actually see Archer. And Berserker's going to scream, and Berserker is going to summon forth a chariot to attack Archer.
Oh boy. Oh, I love that.
It's like they've got some kind of history or something.
Oh boy.
All right, so let's all important roll. Okay, that is a hit. So that chariot that Berserker rode away on before comes flying down from above. Like, you know, this is a closed in area, but it nonetheless comes flying through. Berserker does that disappearing teleport thing to up here, and I'm just going to increase Berserker's size so that you understand how big the chariot is. Berserker's the
Oh
same
boy.
size, but there's a chariot, and yeah, um, the chariot appears and proceeds to charge down this entire rampway towards Archer and Morgan and everyone there. Uh, Barbed chains fly out and pierce into Archer's body. Per before, everyone on this walkway has a choice. You can stay where you are now, in which case you'll deal with the consequences of this thing running over you. Or you can jump off and let gravity be your guide. If you're flying, you can fly off. Like, you are all given an opportunity to use a reaction to get out of the way if you have one.
Um, considering Penelope and Johnny both have fly right now, they're just gonna fly out of the way.
Sure. Are you flying over or are you flying up?
Uh, over?
Okay. I will move you out of the way then. Yeah, you can fly 15 feet to get out of the way. And I will drag you both. Set your heights above the platform that you're nearest, just so that we understand the difference. So they are out of the way. Um, Morgan is going to open up Morgan's options.
I'll say, could
She can just fly
Penelope?
normally, so she's gonna fly, similar to
I was
you.
gonna say, if she can't fly, then Penelope will just grab her hands and fly.
No, she's got a fly speed, so she's just
Okay.
flying over with the lot of you with her reaction. Diana is 10 feet up, so she does not have to get out of the way if she does not want to.
Okay.
Buck is definitely going to fly. It's like you have a whole party of fly on a map that's counting on you not. So I'm going to show you the path, and then we'll do the rest of it. So draw an arrow. Yep, he's got the line to get to everyone but Belle, I guess. All right, so that is the path he's taking. I verified that. So Annis, are you and Freddie going to use your reaction to fly up?
Uh, yes, if I can also get Derek out of the way by doing so.
Derek is going to have to do his own thing, but
Okay.
all right. So I'm just going to give you
Either up or off to the side, one or the other.
that is your choice. You do not have to worry about the butcher taking an attack of opportunity because he has to use his reaction to get out of the way too. So,
Oh boy. Yeah, yeah, I guess I'll have her move over.
God, I really wish your token interacted like everyone else. I can't make her fly up more than 5 feet, so I'm just going to drag you over like you did. Yeah, that's fine.
I'm sorry, I'm a bird.
The game doesn't know what to do with your layer. So yeah, you guys backed over there. Um, Derek is gonna have to make a check to see if he can make this dodge. Otherwise, he might just fall a little bit, but he definitely doesn't want to be here when it happens. So let's make Derek do a thing. All right. Acrobatics with Derek. Nimbly leaping Derek awkwardly jumps to this little bit that isn't broken. All right. The butcher is going to hover over here because he can do that. Putting him just between where all that's going. So then down here, does Bjorn want to try to tough this one out, or what's Bjorn doing?
No, he wants to leave.
Where is
He
Bjorn
wants to
going?
go. Oh, he'll fucking slide his way if he has to. Just down the fucking side.
Okay, the side is super slick, so you're going to fall. You can do an acrobatics check to try to half the damage.
Uh, how big is the drop is the real question, actually.
From where you're at right here, that is about 30 feet.
So that's uh, You know what? I have ways to make this work. So I will. Yeah, he'll take the acrobatics.
Okay.
Because what I'll do is. Yep. Okay. Acrobatic. 11. If
All
that's a
right.
fail, I'll spend the point to add to the actual skill check to make the pass.
The number you're trying to hit is 13. So
Cool. I'll spend the
yeah.
point. So that'll be from the rogue one. Let me do that real quick. That'll add a D6. Let me do that real quick. Okay,
Yeah.
that
All right.
puts me at 14.
All right. So you passed that.
And
So
then
go ahead.
as he goes to make the drop, I'm also spending a point for the protective field when I would take damage. A part of the reaction is to spend that die. So, like, as he's falling and everything, it'll reduce the damage by the number rolled plus my intelligence modifier.
Okay. So I will roll the damage without it being damaged yet, and then we'll reduce from that. So
hmm
just the falling,
Okay.
it's going to be a d6 per 10 feet. So 3d6 came out to 9. So
Okay.
that will be halved down to 4.
Oh, I mean, if it's 4, yeah,
I thought you should know the numbers before you spent your points.
okay, yeah, he'll just take the
So
4, yeah.
just taking the 4. That's totally
Boop.
fair.
There you go.
Not concentrating on spell. There's not really any danger for you in that
Nope.
sense. So do 4 damage. Doink.
I put it on
You
there.
applied it on yourself. Cool.
Yep.
Mishka, things coming at you.
Yeah. Mishka wants to fly because he can do that now, kind
Yep.
of up
Yay.
and over this way.
All right.
Mishka, get the hell out of the way.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
Because
gonna be a
Mishka's gonna
bad
know it,
fucking
I'm
time.
gonna elevate Mishka. Because otherwise he's flying out to where it's gonna be turning and smashing into him. So let's
Yeah,
put him up a little bit.
thank
Okay.
you.
And then at the very end, Aidin and Saber. You're right where this is gonna
Got,
terminate.
gotta move. How much movement can I do?
Up to 15 feet.
Okay, so he'll go. Uh, to,
Well, I say 15. You're special. Up to half your movement speed is how far you can dodge away. You have more,
oh, well
so
then
enjoy
30.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
For most
10, 15,
mortals, it would be
20.
15 feet, but you're special. Because you're made of
Oh,
wings and
look.
horse.
Where would I exactly where I want to be?
All right, you're gonna move
Oh
up
wait,
there.
no, I don't. That's right in the facts. She's right there. Okay, hold on.
Well, you'll be moving when she
Right.
gets to you. So,
Oh, then yes, I would
so
like
after she
yes.
goes by, you will move up there. Okay, got it.
Which
I'm gonna move
yep.
you now so that you're there, but we understand you're not getting hit. Um, and uh, yeah, Saber's just gonna jump over here because yeah. All right. So that all said, actually no. One thing that I do have to warn Item about: you're flying, so it doesn't matter. But so what you're gonna see happening is as the chariot with Anon stuck in it rolls over each of these surfaces, uh, horrible spikes come up and are left in its wake, turning all of these things
Everything.
into spiky, difficult terrain. And unfortunately, that means that Anon is going to be dragged over all that. So we're going to make him do some damage now. But let's see. How much damage? Although I will tell you, it is not going to be applied like per square because that would be instant death. If he hit 0, we're not doing that. It's just all going to be applied at one time. I'm not going to do that
Thank
to you.
you.
That
Yeah.
that would be too much, even as a berserker, because that would be instant death if you hit 0 and there's like 2 squares left. So
Yeah.
we're not going to do that. All right. So do Yep. This is gonna hurt. Okay. All right. Fate damage incoming. Okay. So, Anon gets dragged horribly and brutally all along this path. Spikes coming up in front of him, cutting into his body, tearing his clothing, like smashing his glasses, everything that he's wearing, and all of that just getting brutally smeared all along this path. He is forced to experience every step of what you now know is the noble phantasm of the angry Achilles who desecrated the body of Hector. And as he is dragged through all of this, he, with remarkable resolve, is not screaming in pain, but you know this hurts horribly. About the point he gets to here, uh, this is really amazing timing from how the dice fell. Right here, Aidin, is where the death ward kicks off because it came out to just over his max HP. So he is still conscious as he has been drugged all the way down here and is now sitting at 1 HP. But it went off right on the
Yay.
last square, and I'm impressed by that because I have the dice right here. It went off on the last square, meaning he did not go into 0 as a result of the extra 5 feet, which is crazy. So he's still conscious, but he did pop Death Ward
Yup.
and has 1 HP. So,
I'm. Mm, Fucking the butcher has a. He's got a turn beforehand. Fuck it. Aiden holds up his hand. I'm gonna spend a command seal.
okay.
I've got to rejuvenate him. Fill him all the way back up.
Okay. Feel free to call out however you want to.
He's just like. Like I said, he holds his hand back so Yanan can. You will be restored, and just commands it.
Okay. So you spend a command seal, and
Yup.
that, if I'm just going to look up and make sure there aren't any secondary effects that might apply, because that's a big one.
If there was anything that was plaguing him, essentially, from what I recall, it would be removed, but
Yeah.
he didn't have any sort of effects going on. No paralyzed, no frightened, charmed.
Hmm.
So just bring him all the way back to his full health.
All right. Command seal. Oh, this is actually pretty noteworthy for you. If you had used this when he was making death saves, he would only get half of his hit points back.
There's a reason I
So,
waited.
yeah, because he has the 1, he gets to go back to full.
Yup.
Good use of spell. Good use of command seal.
Thank you.
Um, now that he's all the way down there, he may attempt to break the grapple of this chariot that he's attached to.
Woo.
Um,
He actually, hold on a second. Okay. What would that be? Athletics or?
to break it,
Yeah.
uh, it would be looking at
I
the
think it's
thing.
both, but they're both the same number. I think.
checking it. All right, so to break out of the grapple, you can do a contested athletics or acrobatics check against the chariot, which uses Achilles' athletic check. But yeah, so you can, because you survived it, you can automatically make a check. So do an
Cool.
athletics or acrobatics check.
Come on, buddy. Ugh, fucking
All right, that's not going to
11
pass it.
was so close to 18. Yeah, so close to the 18 on the other side, and I'm just like, motherfuck.
That said, anyone who wants to is welcome to attack the chains that are holding him, and you can try to break them. So it does not necessarily have to be him. You have until the next turn with Achilles to break them, or he's going to get
Cool.
to dragging again. Although, admittedly, it's a bit harder to drag down there in the bottom circle. That is his biggest ultimate attack. He cannot do that again. So, okay, that was intense. It's Freddy's turn. Freddy sees a whole lot of that nonsense going on. And due to the limited range of black keys, is just going to be throwing them at the butcher once again. Because he's running out of alternatives. That is hit. All right, and he's going to pop off another big deal Paladin Smite. And that hurts, yeah. And second key. Also a hit. And slightly less big deal Paladin Smite because he's only got so many of those. But yeah, so Freddy from atop a bird just stands up with a key in each hand and just sort of throws them one after another, spinning around very dramatically while trying not to fall off this bird. And they both fly true, one hitting the butcher in each of his shoulders, both flashing a bright light that clearly burns away at his rapidly deteriorating skin, revealing more and more of the bulbous creature that is actually making up the core of his body, with little eye stalks poking out everywhere. Okay, so having accomplished that, it is Buck's turn. Let's see what Buck can do. Buck is going to start throwing Eldritch Blast at the chains that are holding Anon in place. Let's see what he can do with that. Okay, and now we're going to roll the damage separate. Okay, 8 damage to the first chain. And oof, nice. Roll the dice. Do, 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 do. Okay, so 2 more damage to the first chain. One of the 4 chains holding it on snaps. There are 3 more. You now know as a party in metagame, 10 damage to a chain breaks it. So there are 3 more to break. That was Buck's turn. At the end of Buck's turn, Butcher is going to use a legendary action. Aidin's right there.
Fucking kill you.
He holds up that cleaver, the one that is the symbol of the harvesters. And as he does so, for his legendary action, he is going to have 3 of his eye stalks point out in different directions. One is going to be pointing at Aidin, one of them is pointing at Morgan, and one of them is pointing at Bird Annis. And we're going to see what they do. Okay. So, going in the order that I said, first one is going at Aidin.
If it's a wisdom saving throw of any sort, I have advantage as a heads up.
It is not.
Okay, fuck. I don't like.
Okay. Aidin, you have failed. Here comes the damage. It
You're
is
killing me here.
it is necrotic damage.
I might just go down again.
Is it
Quite
a
possible.
disintegrate?
Actually,
It is not a disintegrate. You have the option. You don't know what it does. I'm telling you it does damage in the meta. If someone wants to swap places, you have that option.
they
But
have to be within
they
30
have to
feet
be
of
within
me.
30 feet of you.
Oh, I don't think
Um,
Mishka's in range then.
However, Bjorn can put the reactive shield onto him.
Does
Oh,
Bjorn have the
Mishka's
ability to do that?
Yes, he is within 30 feet of Bjorn.
Is it a reaction to do that?
Oh. Because he used this reaction to fucking fall down the hill.
Yeah.
Damn it.
so Aiden has like 9 HP.
He has 39 out of 87, but if this fucking thing tops me over again like last time. Yeah, like literally they're both 5 feet out of range.
No, Mishka's only about 25 feet away.
Oh, he's 30. He's 30. He could. Mishka's 30. Hey, he's the only one.
Yeah, Mishka knows how important it is to keep the healer up. He's gonna do the swappy.
Okay, so you're going to move to within 5 feet of Aidin, and you're going to take the damage.
Yep.
Okay. Drag him up there,
Oh boy.
and I will roll the damage on Mishka instead of Aidin. All right. 39 damage.
Oh boy.
I'm
Oh
so
boy.
glad.
That's a full superior healing potion.
Look, you got one left over.
And then I'd taken a little bit of damage from the servant, but it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't a little, but
Oh my god, I appreciate you so
All
fucking
right.
much. Hey, look, you're in front of the
leave
butcher.
this nice horseman alone, you son of a bitch.
Oh, just you wait. Got to roll the other 2 now. All right.
Yeah.
Second was Morgan, like I said.
Oh god.
I hope she passes. All right. So, Morgan, make a dexterity save. Morgan does not pass. Morgan takes some damage.
Some?
Morgan took 71
No,
damage.
that's not
Holy
some
shit.
damage. That's a lot of damage. Oh my fuck.
Morgan
Rewind yourself. Holy shit.
was just hit with a death ray. Had she
Oh,
gone
what?
to 0, she'd be dead.
Fuck.
But she didn't. So she takes 71 damage.
God, it went right past Penelope too. Jeez.
Yeah.
That would have taken Penelope out.
And
Oh my
finally,
god.
Annispurd.
I believe in Annisburg.
Annispurd, do your best. Survive this
What am I
roll.
checking?
I'm dragging it
Or
onto you.
no,
It's a dex save.
you're doing it to me.
All
Okay.
right, dex save. Annispurd.
Oh,
Okay, you actually pass because you have Freddy
oh,
on your back.
oh,
You were within range
oh,
of the bonus to saves.
the
It's just
aura.
because you're a bird, it's not calculating it.
Ah.
Thank
Oh,
you,
that was
Freddie.
so close.
We love you.
All
Whew.
right,
Oh,
that was so dangerous.
Oh.
Note
Okay,
to self. Note to self. Thank Freddy later.
yeah. So, Annispurd, you feel yourself getting heavier as your feathers get stiffer and you see the world around you start to turn to gray. And then
Oh
oh my
no.
the
fucking
glow
god.
of the paladin on your back pushes it back and you do not turn to stone.
Well, that would have been so bad.
Freddy just saved your ass.
Yeah.
Yep, you were
He
very close to the safety. uh,
he ironically helped her pass the thing he failed. That's
yep.
funny.
Okay, that was the
Oh
legendary
boy.
action.
Yeah,
Or no,
but
that
he
was the
still
layer
has a third.
action. No, that was his legendary
See,
action,
that
yes.
wasn't even a fucking
Yeah,
turn.
the later
Now it's his
God.
action
turn.
was him poking the eye stalk out at Annis.
Yeah. So now it is the butcher's turn. And he's got all of you guys here right now. Now, as I mentioned, he has that sword out. And um Aidin and Mishka, so I guess both you, roll perception or arcana, your choice, to try to figure out what the deal is with this sword.
Oh, I
Perception will
will
give you the details
definitely.
of how it is. Arcana will maybe explain what it does.
Nope.
Uh,
Mishka perceives nothing but pain.
Is sword.
I'm going to
It's a sword.
perception. Can I reroll? What
You're
is
not in
Penelope?
range
Am
for
I in
that.
range?
Okay.
No.
It is a
Oh, we
magic
are
sword.
having a bad time.
He is swinging his magic
He
sword at
perceives nothing.
Aidin. All
Yay.
right, swinging it at Aidin.
I might still go down.
I can only do the bond thing once, right?
Yep, because it's a reaction.
I mean, I guess technically you didn't have a reaction before, but I'm not going back to fix that now. So okay, so yeah, he hits you, and he is going to do some damage to you.
Yay.
All right. You're a phantasmal, so it gets bonus effects.
Oh, fuck. Oh, God.
All right.
Please just let me do one thing.
All right.
You're killing me here.
Ow.
Okay. Ow. I'm in
Okay.
pain.
Um, Aidin, give me a strength saving throw. Actually, I can drag it onto you.
Okay, I'm
I will
going to
drag it
add
onto
the
you.
D4. Yeah, add the D4 to it too, because I am right next to Mishka and I get the emblem
Okay.
too.
Actually, you just roll it manually then, because the system is not going to know to do that.
Okay, strength. Save.
Mhm. That's
Oh,
good.
hells yeah.
Very good.
22.
Okay.
Is it enough?
Um, so you've been hit with the sword, and
Ow.
when it He swings it specifically at your arm, and it digs deep into the meat of your arm. And as it does so,
Mm.
you can feel it sapping away at the mana in your blood.
Oh, fuck you.
And first things first, you passed the save. So your speed has gone down by 10 until
Okay.
the start of the butcher's next turn. So your speed is 10
Okay.
lower.
50. I got you.
Yeah. Second, you have the feeling that had you not passed that save, it would have taken something from you.
Oh, that motherfucker. That's how he's absorbing the fucking abilities.
And it's
Oh, you
important
son of a
that
bitch.
you know that.
He immediately just like, oh, hell no.
So, given that, he now is going to use his second attack,
Oh, God.
but it's not the sword. For his second attack, he is going to scroll for days. Actually, does he still have that?
No, no, he doesn't. You know, just, it's fine. He doesn't have it. It's good.
Checking against his list of the things you took away from him. Yeah, he's still got that. Gross. Okay, so he's going to flash you a smile. He's gonna try to bite you.
You son of a bitch.
He's trying to bite you.
Oh!
He bites you.
Fucking hate
He
this.
just clamps right down on you with pointy teeth.
Oh, you rat. Are you fucking drinking my blood now, you son of a bitch?
He sure is.
I'll kill you if I don't drop. I swear to God. Oh, that's not
He
good.
bites you for 15
Oh,
damage,
I am just holding on, y'all.
and he regains
Oh,
15 HP.
yeah,
And then he says, as he bites
you.
you, not quite worth it, but could have been great, Sonny. And then from there, he is going to Misty Step.
No, please! I beg of you, no!
That's what he does.
Oh, good.
There he is. All the way up there. And then Jonas is going to make him roll to see if he gets rewound to where he started the turn. Because he moved into Jonas's view. And Jonas didn't have to use his reaction to dodge. He does not pass his save. He is shoved back through space and time to where he was. And he looks very confused about that. Now it's Jonas's turn. None of that, please. You stay right the fuck down there.
Oh, geez. Um, Ooh. I'm really glad that worked. But also, if it hadn't.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
fuck. Okay,
it is Jonas's turn before Penelope's. Like, that was his reaction.
yeah,
So, Jonas is doing his thing
yeah.
now. So that was the whole thing. Um, God, everything is like dangerous terrain right now. Like, everyone who's not flying really isn't in a good position to be anywhere. So given all that, Jonas is going to try to help out with the chains currently sticking into Archer from way up there. Does he even have the range to do it? He's too far away for that. Yeah, I don't think he actually has enough range to help. Where's the range on that? Everything you have is 60 feet. Dude, you gotta diversify a little bit. Oh wait, you can teleport as a free action, whatever. Or as a bonus action. Yeah, that's fine. Loop. Way down here. Now we can do it.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's more interesting. Yeah, okay. He is going to. Does that not scale up? There it is. Okay, cool. Yeah, so he's going to create a bonfire on another one of those chains and try to burn through it down here. Technically, it only works for creatures. This is an extension of a creature, so I don't care. Yeah. Yep. A second chain melts through. There are only 2 chains left. Now it is Penelope's turn.
Okie doke. So before she does any attacking, she's gonna turn and look back at Morgan and be like, "Are you okay?"
I've been better, but I'll be all right. No more of those, please.
Um, okay. Uh, and then she's just use gonna use healing word at 2nd level.
Oh shit. I didn't give her a save
Huh?
for her spell when she took all that damage. I don't think it's possible for her to keep the spell up when she takes that much damage.
Which spell was it?
Fairy fire?
Fairy Fire.
Oh, fuck.
Fairy Fire would be, let's see, because Morgan took 71 damage in that hit. She would
Yeah.
have to
Yeah,
pass
there's
a.
there's ooh,
No, it's not mathematically possible. Like, that effect's over. So Fairy Fire's over. Okay,
yeah.
got it. Sorry. You have healed her, though, and she appreciates that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. Um, please don't die.
It's not my plan.
And then so since Fairy Fire is done, but the butcher hasn't moved since then, I don't think.
So he tried
Could I?
to teleport himself away. He did not sink away into stuff, and then he was
Yeah,
immediately moved back. So yeah, he is visible.
yeah. So he's basically in the same position he was before.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Penelope's gonna pull out her gun.
Yeah. Through the power of friendship.
And this gun I found. God damn it.
I need to turn off the advantage for fairy fire, but that didn't seem to affect that one any. Let me get rid of
Yeah.
do. All right, turn off fairy fire. Boop. All right. You shot at him.
Like, well, fuck.
You pulled out a gun. You fired it. You almost hit Aidin.
It's a good thing we don't have friendly fire turned on.
Yeah, look.
It was only then that Penelope finally decided it was time. The horse had to
No,
go.
she's like, all right, I've had enough. So we're gonna play some Russian roulette. Is this horse tranquilizer or is it a real bullet?
What kind of Russians
Okay.
do you hang out with?
I mean, we had those tranquilizers for a while
It's true.
in the early game.
Yeah.
On that note, Penelope's turn is over. It's now Diana's turn.
Yep.
Ugh. Okay. All right, Diana, what are you gonna do?
Diana also pulls out a gun.
Diana. Oh no, she does actually have a gun. Never mind. I was about to be like, she doesn't have one of.
Well, technically, it's a
What?
shotgun.
Excuse you, it's an automatic rifle.
Oh, might be.
Or no, I think it was shot. I don't know. It's a gun.
It's a pew pew.
It's pew pew. No. She already. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, they had a rest. That's why it's back. Okay. Um. All right. How far is Diana from the butcher? Let's find out.
Now I'm gonna get these extra arrows off the screen. They don't matter anymore.
Movement. Cancel move. Okay.
like
So
45
Diana is gonna use Misty Step.
Bonus action, Misty Step.
So yeah, she's gonna do Misty Step to get right here.
Okay. She is still flying.
Yep. She's gonna fly right up behind the butcher.
So bonus action, Misty Step. Move action, close the distance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And she's gonna try attacking him with the stick again.
Fair enough.
and you're flanking.
Which doesn't really do
Yeah.
anything, but yeah. Alas.
I say, doesn't that usually give advantage?
5th edition does not actually have flanking. Everyone just seems to think it does.
Ah.
It for rogues with sneak attack. I think that's the only.
Rogues have a
Yeah.
condition, but yes, like normal, yeah.
Oh well, shit! If I had realized
Nearly
I would
everyone
have done
house
that.
rules it, but to my understanding, it does not actually exist as a real game rule outside of an optional. Let me confirm because I could just be wrong. Yeah, it's not actually a game rule. Pack tactics and other stuff give creatures the ability to trigger it, but it's not actually just a thing you can do.
Well, Shit. Yeah, if I had realized that, I wouldn't have done that. Um,
You will be in a position to use that stick as an attack of opportunity should he move.
yeah, okay, I'll leave it then. Um, Yeehaw.
It's Derek. Derek sees that this is a gang up on a bastard time. Unfortunately, everywhere that he can
Mm,
step is pain. How long is the chain, Derek? 10 feet. All right, so Derek is going to. What is the distance? Okay. There's nowhere for him to stand over there. Or he could just take the damage. He might just do that anyway. He wishes to participate in the violence. Yeah, he's willing to try. All right, so Derek is going to do his little shadow disappear trick and appear over here. And actually, no, he's going to do something more Derek. He's going to try to hang from the bottom of this thing like a video game character. That is a Derek action. And he's going to do it. All right, Derek is now Batmaning. He has done his shadow teleport, and he's now hanging from below the rafter thing. And he can't do a whole lot, but he's definitely going to do, with his free arm, he's going to try to smack the butcher with that chain. And unlike normal Derek, he actually rolls and hits him. Okay. All right, he does damage. Let's see if he successfully manages to grapple the butcher. Kinda doubt it, but you're gonna try, Derek. You're gonna try.
Hey, he can get a bonus D4. I'm just saying. He's within 30 feet of us.
On his ability check.
Yup, it counts for ability checks.
It's for checks, not for saves. Like it can actually count for checks.
Yup, checks, saves, and attacks. It hits all three.
Nice. But he only
Yeah,
gets one of
moving and
those per
bond is
turn.
fun. Yeah,
Uh,
one per turn.
Okay, so he has to choose. Um,
Well, if he wants
he's
to
gonna
save
keep
it,
that for a
yeah,
save. Just in case, because like not passing these saves is pretty lethal.
that's fair.
But
Very
yeah,
nice for a save.
he's gonna try that check.
Yeah.
All right, Derek, where's your sheet? I got too much open. Derek, where's your sheet? Which screen are you on? There you are. You're hiding down here with Archer. Your buddies. All right.
And in good news, Freddy's at least 30 feet from Derek,
Ooh,
so
that's a
you
nat
know
20.
you can take a hit for him.
Derek got a nat 20. Let's see what the butcher gets on his contested check. Oh, you dick. Okay, so Derek gets a nat 20, and that puts him at 24 on his athletics check. The butcher's sum, when you add his athletics to his strength roll, is 25. He beats him by 1. Had Derek gone all in, he would have won. Alas. Sorry, buddy. So he does not grapple him.
He can still go up. Oh, we're
No, you
losing
have to
you.
announce it before you roll, don't you? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you do. Okay, so that's Derek. But he's in position
Yeah,
to.
we're losing you a little bit.
Oh, are we doing that? Okay. Let's drop the call and restart the call, just in case. Call restarted.
Yeah.
Live the dream.
Woo!
All right, call is restarted. So yeah, long story short, Derek successfully teleported over there, held on to the thing, smacked the butcher with a chain once, was 1 point short of grappling him, which is too bad because that was his nat 20, and he's sad now. But he did hit the butcher, and that's important. And now he's next to the butcher too, so
He still
hooray.
look cool.
Yeah, still looks pretty cool. Um, it is now the turn of Saber. Saber is going to make a choice here. He's got options. He can go after the butcher like he told you he would, but it seems like you've kind of got him covered. So instead, he's,
Yeah, he's like I didn't want it to be right
yeah.
in front of him, so that yeah.
So he is instead,
Wait, you're cutting in and out again though.
but we just got here. That's frustrating. Yeah, okay. Let's take this as a water break or something, everybody, and then we'll pick this up and maybe connections will be better. So,
Yeah.
all right, internet, we'll be back in a few. And it's back. Hooray. Hopefully we'll have sound. We'll see what happens. Discord kind of sucks lately. Disappointment. All right, Saber turn. Saber's gonna do Saber's job. Saber's job is violence. So he's going to try to do violence. So first things first. Find your attacks. There's one. All right, so he's gonna take his big old hook, and seeing that it looks like they have the butcher covered, and he is here to deal with other problems, he's just gonna straight up attack Berserker from right there. Just gonna do what he can to beat the crap out of Berserker. Rolling for damage. Why are you D20s? You're supposed to. Oh, it's programmed badly. Right. Okay, well, that's his 2 hits. They both hit. Or rather, that one was a miss. The first one's a hit. All right, so we got 1 hit in. I remembered to fix the dice rolls for Berserker. I forgot to fix them for Saber, so I have to roll his damage manually because the game does not like how I programmed in fate damage, which he does. So let's just roll that. All right. Yeah, close up and close ups, they both hit. So
Yeah.
okay, cool. Have to apply it manually, but that hurts. Okay. So, let's see. Bjorn has the best view of this, so I'm gonna describe it from Bjorn's point of view. Um, uh, Achilles, having just dragged Archer all the way down here through spike among spike among spike, looks back in the chariot, screaming all the same when she sees that Archer is still alive.
Can you
And
hear us at all?
I cannot hear you at all, so sound is garbage, so we're going to end call and recall. Maybe now?
Yeah, I can hear you again.
Okay,
Yeah.
It
cool.
was strange because when Rumi signed into the call and was talking, I could hear her through the Twitch stream
Uh-huh.
almost instantly, but we couldn't hear you through Discord.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with that, but
I don't know. It was very weird.
I'm
Oh,
grateful for the fact that
It's
because it's
happening again.
coming off of my
on again.
audio, at least the stream should hear me properly. I don't know
Ugh.
why Discord
Although
is
now we've got like a gray bar situation.
Oh, weird.
um frustrating. What does that
We're
mean?
so close.
Can you hear me?
Like I've got
Can
you again. Oh, never mind.
you don't
I
hear
can
me?
hear you now.
Okay, this
No,
is
no,
me
I
talking.
can now.
All right, so you can hear me now. Can they hear me
Yeah.
now?
Yeah, I've
All right, we're
Right.
talking. This is
There.
testing
There we
talking.
go. There we go.
Yeah, so you can hear
Okay,
me.
got it.
We have sound.
Yeah.
We are
Yes.
going to try to at least finish some of this.
Yeah.
Nick of you, please.
Okay, so Achilles looks back at Archer, who has been drugged through spikes and hemorrhaged mana left and right. The scream of triumph turns into anger again as Archer's body heals from the use of the command seal. Archer's
Oh fuck.
completely. What? Have you already lost me again? I don't understand. I can't hear you if you're talking, but I hear you typing.
We just keep losing you, and
I
I'm
am
having to pull
closing
up
and
the stream to
reopening
get you on
Discord.
delay. Okay.
Apologies to the recording. Discord is apparently a program that has gotten worse and worse over time and cannot get through a 3-hour call without dying now. So, not sure what's going on with that.
I am crossing fingers that works.
Hope so.
Yeah. Okay, so Achilles is mad, is what
I
I
am
got.
going to find out if we have a connection before I start describing this a fourth time.
Okay.
So, can people hear me? Can we talk? Are we here?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So, trying this again.
Yeah.
So, Achilles, upon seeing that Archer has healed, screams in anger, completely oblivious to Saber, who had leapt down here before.
Are you fucking kidding?
We've already lost you.
Oh my god.
Try completely rebooting your internet. How does that?
Who, me? I can't completely reboot my internet without killing the stream in the game. I'm going to put up the away message. We'll resume shortly.
Alright, trying this again with a different audio setup. Hopefully things don't suck. So, apologies for the multiple delays. I'm talking for a little bit before I describe to see if things cut out.
Yeah.
Are things cutting out?
If you're talking,
I am talking. You cannot hear me, but I can hear you
I can hear
because
you.
that is how Discord works.
Oh, I can hear you.
Okay, that was us that time.
So, some of you can hear me and others cannot.
Now we can.
Okay, I did not change anything.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that was our connection because ours just turned gray.
Okay. Okay, well, for people who can hear me, I'm going to try to describe what is happening, and if it does not work, then we will probably stop because this is very frustrating. So Achilles, looking down on the bloodied archer, looks smug. And then as the command seal heals Archer's body, pulling him back from barely alive to full strength, and as the chains that bind Archer to the chariot start to snap, Achilles screams in rage again, completely blind to Saber sneaking up behind him, hook in hand. I say him, Achilles is a woman here. And Saber, with the hook, rather than throwing it like usual, leaps onto the chariot, swinging the hook down and embedding it directly in Achilles' back. Hook firmly locked into Achilles' back, Saber then leaps past the end of the chariot and proceeds to drag Achilles along the same spikes that Achilles just pulled Archer on. And while he doesn't have the ability to go quite as far as Achilles did on the chariot, nonetheless, he successfully drags Achilles back up to here as Achilles goes to 0 HP. Achilles drops. And as Saber smugly looks down, he says, "Job's a job, buddy." And then Achilles stands back up, 2 feet in the grave, still standing, still angry, still holding a sword and a spear, but clearly on borrowed time. And Aidin, you can hear from below as Archer says aloud, "Battle continuation." He's dead, but he's not down yet. Great. And that will be Saber's turn. It is now Aidin's turn.
Aidin, looking at the butcher, goes, "You should have taken a closer look before, as your judges stood before you. Because now I will finish the job. And you've already helped me one step of the way. As the blood is pouring from his one arm, he slinks his hand into his pouch, where he dips into the dust, and he glides it between his two hands and makes quick successive motions. And immediately, as he makes this circle in the air, he slams both hands forward and latches onto the butcher, palms just in his chest. As words that I don't think maybe Penelope and Diana might understand because of their bows, but otherwise, maybe Belle, and definitely the butcher, would understand, but to everyone else, it is a foreign language that he just yells out. And yeah.
Okay. So,
Anyone using this, kind of a callback from Zelrech. That is 300 gold pieces worth of dust in his chest.
okay. So, for this, I'm going to ask Aidin to make an attack roll on him with advantage.
Okay, I'm using the Twitch.
You're using the Twitch audio?
What kind of attack do you want to count this as? Like what?
You can,
Yeah.
from your action tab, just treat it as if you're hitting him with any melee weapon you're proficient with. You could use the staff, you could use the mace. It doesn't matter which. We're just determining if you can hit him. But roll it with advantage.
Got you. I just accidentally clicked. Advantage. Strike.
Okay, so you do successfully create a link.
I don't think a 17 is going to hit.
Let me check his numbers. So you see you got 16 plus 1 with your bond. 17. Let me verify his AC after you remove stuff from him. What does he still have? Make sure I'm not missing anything. Mathematically, you're... Okay. So... adjusting for that, you actually do just hit it because the thing that was pushing his AC over was one of the effects that you got rid of last session that I missed when you got rid of the homunculus. So it does hit. Just barely though, like on the AC line. You now know what his AC is, but yeah, so you spread the diamond dust over him, you complete the spell, and his body begins to glow. And he looks confused. about what's going on here. And then something very strange happens. I have to show you a picture of it. So 1 second while I get it. Internet angry. Stop sucking. Okay. All right, so I'm hoping you can hear me either directly or via stream, because sound is important. So
You've got Will muted.
Yeah, I'm watching you on the stream.
okay, can you all at least hear me on delay? Because I want to describe what's happening.
Okay, we got you now.
Okay.
Thanks.
I love technology. The internet is great. Why would people ever play with pen and paper offline?
Shit, fuck. Okay.
Is that a yes or a no?
Hold on.
We can hear you through the Twitch.
Here. Hold on. Mute the. Okay. Say something.
This is me talking. I am
Okay, we
talking
got
now.
you.
Do we know
We
what's
got you.
going on? Are we good?
I think it's internet. I think it's our internet.
Okay.
At least this time.
Okay. So,
I think.
I am going to describe what's happening, and...
Nope.
Or I'm not.
Yeah, we are able to get you through that at least.
So you can hear me on the
I honestly-
delay on the stream. Because I obviously cannot hear your responses in real time
So
if you're
just
getting
think-
it on the stream.
Yeah, we can hear you on delay on the stream.
Alright, well, I will describe what's happening, and then we will probably stop from there, because this isn't very playable. So, given that, this is me describing it for the stream, and we'll figure something out for next week. The glow in his body seems to confuse him. The form that is the core of his body, the part that you know from before contained a large eye and several stalks sticking out with their own eyes on them, flashes a bit, and like before when you healed him or when you attacked him while he was effectively out, and different lights appeared and shed from his body, a new form is emerging from him. Something is being removed from him based on whatever it is Aidin just did. And this is what that something looks like. This spectral silhouette leaves through his body, floating up above him. And as he does, he looks down at the butcher, and he
How you doing?
stares him cold hard, and then he says aloud, in a language that none of you can understand, yet all of you understand the meaning of, "End this, man. I'll have none of this. He has soiled me for too long. I have better things to do." And then he floats up and fades away, leaving the butcher behind. So, for everyone here now, on some level, you all understand that the dead apostle ancestor element that was keeping him unkillable and immortal has left his body, off to wherever dead apostles go, to presumably find either a new form or a new inheritor for whatever his trait is. And you can think about the consequences of that later, but for right now, it means that when the butcher dies, he will stay dead. So, that is Aidin's action.
Fuck yeah!
Delays are fun.
Oh.
Okay, so rather than trying to struggle through the rest of that, I know we wanted to wrap it up tonight, but we can't really play like this, so unfortunately I think we'll have to stop for now, and next time we'll just properly wrap it up, maybe before Discord hits the doesn't work level again, because this is pretty untenable, and I'm just going to end up taking all of these things and just edit into a supercut for posting rather than posting a bunch of partials. So, sorry the internet, we're doing our best. So, that all said, good night our friends the internet. We will figure this out and hopefully have something that works for next time. Good night, friends.